What's going on, y'all? In this video, I want to talk about why being at peace is a superpower. A lot of us are not at peace. A lot of us don't even know what it means like to be at peace. So I'm gonna break it down for you. When you are at peace, man, being at peace is like freedom. Okay, it's like this level of independence you have. And I don't mean like financial independence or anything like that. What I mean is like you're not dependent on anything outside of you to make you feel good about yourself. You are not dependent on anything outside of you to, you know what I mean, to like boost you up, to give you this false sense of confidence or anything like that. When you're at peace, when you're truly at peace, you've taken the time to know yourself. You've taken the time to learn yourself and to figure out those things that truly bring you peace in your life. So when you're able to do that, when you're able to know yourself on such a level that I know what brings me peace. I know being by myself brings me peace. That's where I grow. That's where I, learn who I am. When you know this about yourself, man, you kind of become untouchable in a way. Why being at peace is like a superpower is because it's almost like you can't really be manipulated, okay? You know yourself so well, it's almost like, I know that doesn't work for me. I know going out this late, going to this party or doing whatever, going around this crowd of people, that's going to disturb my peace. I know that's a real raucous type of crowd, or they can get into things. I know that's going to disturb my peace. When you don't know yourself, you'll go with that crowd. You'll go get into stuff, right? And then you'll have to learn. You have to learn the hard way, like, oh, damn, that didn't work for me. I might have got into something, right? So it's really important to kind of become more aware of the circles you travel in, who you surround yourself with, because you may not realize that your peace is being disturbed because of the environments that you're putting yourself in. And you're putting yourself in those environments because you're chasing something. You're chasing the fun. You're chasing that dopamine hit that you don't even know that you're chasing. When you can learn how to provide yourself healthy dopamine, it changes the game. Like I said, you're not manipulated anymore. Now let me give you an example of like bad dopamine. When you're chasing bad dopamine, when you're chasing like a high, you know what I mean? You're drinking too much, you're smoking too much, you're watching adult content, you're chasing females, you're chasing this dopamine hit, right? We all do it. I've done it. But when you get to that point in your life where you realize, I don't need to chase anything. What I need to do is chase the best version of myself. Okay, and I know a lot of content out here. A lot of us talk about this in our content out here, man. It can almost sound cliche and almost sound very repetitive, but it's the truth, man. I mean, I did have some talking points here, man. I know I'm kind of all over the place. Like I'm saying, you can't be manipulated, man. You know who you are. You know what doesn't agree with you. You know what agrees with you. And this takes practice, man. You gotta get your reps in to develop this level of knowing about yourself, man. Also, why being at peace is a superpower, man, is because you move on your own time. You move on your own frequency. You don't chase trends. You don't chase what other people are doing. A lot of us do that, man, and that can disturb your peace without you even really knowing. You're out here chasing, like I said, chasing the fun, chasing the crowd, chasing what everybody else is doing, instead of chasing and discovering what works for you. What lights you up as a man or as an individual? What lights you up? What's your purpose? Why are you here? These are the types of questions that you start asking yourself. And once you start peeling back these layers, man, you start to discover your peace, man. You start to discover what brings you peace. Purpose can bring you peace. For example, like this YouTube channel. This is purposeful content for me. This is a purposeful thing that I pour into, right? And I don't let anything like compromise that. What I mean is I don't mean it like I'm always gonna make a video and no matter what's going on. What I mean is like I don't let anything compromise my message, what I'm trying to pour out to y'all, I was a knucklehead at one point in my 20s, 30s, and I had to grow out of this. I had to really understand myself. And once I started understanding myself, I started moving like a lone wolf. I'm on my own frequency. I do what I want to do. Now, granted, I'm a single dude. I'm not in a relationship, so I don't have to cater to another person, or I have kids, but I'm by myself a lot of the time too. Another reason why being at peace is such a superpower is because you stop reacting to things, man. All this external stuff outside of you, it doesn't have so much of a hold on you. It doesn't have so much power over you. And it could be something as small as like what somebody said about you. A girl didn't text you. And these things can have such a hold on you, like to the point where it consumes your energy, consumes your time, right? But when you're a man who knows how to find his peace, you don't let those external things kind of get the best of you. That doesn't mean you're not a human being and things don't hit you, things don't sting you a little bit. It's still coming. You still gonna have your challenges to deal with, man. But when you're somebody who knows how to find that peace, how to get back grounded, how to get back home, so to speak, all that external stuff doesn't you're not bound to it. Okay? You're bound to your values, man, your beliefs. Like I said, your purpose, man. You're bound to that. Okay? And anything that's trying to get you off track, man, gotta go. Okay? That's what starts happening when you start valuing your peace and when you start discovering what's bringing you peace. All that extra stuff, it's gotta go. Okay? And what I was saying is how you stop reacting, man. You stop reacting to that external stuff. You stop reacting to what somebody said about you, what somebody thinks about you. You stop giving that your time and attention. What is that doing for you? When you're younger, it means everything to you. But as you get a little older and you get a little bit wiser and you live a bit more life, man, you realize that, my time, my energy is very, very important. It's very valuable. And I'm very selective with where I place it. Not every little thing needs my attention. That's how I maintain my peace, man. And this, like I said, it's a superpower, man. This is something that most men, most women will never really experience, unfortunately. If you're getting any value out of this video so far, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know when I make more videos just like this, all right? Look, man, being at peace is a superpower because once you find this level of peace, it's like you refuse to let your circumstances dictate who you are and how you show up in life. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. You refuse to let your circumstances dictate who you are and how you show up in life. When you find peace, like for example, when you find peace, bro, like it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter. Not to say that disrespectfully. I respect other people's opinions and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, what you think or how you, it doesn't move me so much. I'm kind of like, I'm open to hearing other things, but I'm also solid within who I am. I know who I am. I know what's important to me. Like I said, I know what I value. This is the level of knowing that you need to get to, man, to really like experience peace in your life. Because like I said, once you get to knowing who you are and what brings you peace in your life, you're going to do your best to keep all that peripheral stuff that disturbs that away from you. If that makes sense. I know I'm kind of all over the place. Once you discover what brings you peace, anything that disturbs it, you're going to block it out. Get away. Nope. I got to go to sleep at a decent time. Nope. I can't eat that. Like that's going to mess me up. I'm on a journey right now. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to pour into myself. A lot of us are really stimulated out here. A lot of us attached to the phones, attached to social media. It kind of warps how we see the world. It warps how we see ourselves. And it's really important to kind of like disconnect from that and stay true to you. But you got to find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that takes time, man. That takes time. It takes effort. And also realize that being at peace is kind of weird to people because it's not like a normal thing. Most people, like I said, are stimulated. Most people are like anxious energy. Most people are like always overthinking something, overanalyzing something. Never really truly grounded, at peace, chill, calm, unaffected, unbothered. Like I said, it doesn't mean that you're a robot. You are still a human being. You still have challenges in your life. But even those challenges, man, they don't knock you off your square so much. They might knock you off, but you're able to get back on your square pretty quickly because you know yourself. You know what you need in life. You know what you need to keep you going where you need to go. That's what I'm talking about, purpose too, man. You got to find out like what your purpose is, so that when those distractions come, you're like, nope, I can already recognize the distraction. Let me get back on my path. You know what I mean? Peace is a powerful thing once you truly discover it. I'll give you a quick example of it. I'm about to go to the beach here in a couple of days, right? I'm not even really a beach guy, you know, but I need to get away for a couple of days, right? I need to reset and get back to my peace, man. You know, working in the food industry and stuff like that, man, you can get burnt out dealing with people all the time, right? So I'm going to the beach in a couple of days. I knew I was going for a few weeks, and I jumped on the dating app, and I was like, let me change my location and see what's out here, right? And I connected with this woman, and I've been talking to her for like, you know, probably a little under 2 weeks, right? Knowing that I'm about to hit this area, I'm about to go out here, right? And she hit me with this. She hit me with like, because I was gonna get a room, stay by myself. I'm out there for my peace, right? And she hit me. She was like, hey, I'm gonna be house sitting, right, for at this nice ass house on this golf course, 5 minutes from the beach. And she's like, you know, you're more than welcome to come stay with me, right? Now, granted, I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't met her. I haven't met this chick. I've only been talking to her on the app, right? But you know, I've built enough rapport where she feels comfortable enough to even invite me to come stay. I don't know what I'm doing yet, because my peace is very important to me. This is what I'm talking about. Even that, man, a woman inviting me to come kick it with her. Now, hey, I like women too. I'm just saying, I might go step out and kick it with her, but for the most part, I'm gonna probably be doing my own thing, because I'm not trying to have my peace disturbed. You know, I know that she's house sitting. I know she's gonna have a couple of small dogs running around. I don't know if I want to be around all that. You know, I'm there to get away from the stimulation. I'm there to get away from the nonsense and just reset, recalibrate. And my peace is very important. So important that I don't even want to put myself in a position where it could be easily disturbed. You know, I'm staying in this beachfront house with somebody that I don't even really know. I got free lodging. Yeah, that's great. That's cool. But I don't know this person really. I don't know if I'm trying to commit to being in a similar space like that. You know what I'm saying? And I know like a lot of us dudes especially, you might hear something like that and be like, oh man, why you ain't going, man? You probably about to get some free lodging. You ain't got to pay for nothing, because my peace means a lot to me. And like I said, that don't mean I might not entertain some things here, but my peace means a lot. My space means a lot to me. You know, the beach is 4 hours away. I'm not about to drive 4 hours somewhere just to have my peace disturbed. You know, so I'm just giving that example to just say your peace is very, very powerful. It's very important, man. It's a superpower once you learn, you know, how to keep it, how to cultivate it. You know, you start recognizing when, damn, my peace might be compromised if I put myself in that situation. And you got to start really looking at yourself like, what's more important to you? Yeah, man, I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't talk to women. I'm not saying don't hang out with women. I ain't saying that I do it. I'm going to do it, you know, respectfully. But what I'm saying is sometimes you get in those situations where you got to weigh it. You got to weigh it. What's more important? Your peace or being out till 3 a.m. and struggling at work the next day? What's more important? Letting knuckleheads into your life that are just really just dragging you down? Are they just disturbing your peace? You got to get real with yourself. You got to start asking yourself these questions, all right? Yo, I ain't gonna talk your head off anymore, man. That's really all I had in this video, man. If you enjoyed it, make sure you check out this video right here on the screen. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this one too. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.